Good morning, dear friend. I hope you're well wherever you're joining us from. My name is Kimberly Nyaboke, and it's been a pleasure having you dear for this weekly devotional series. Today we are in day 5, where we are going to talk about the place of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discretion. Actually, when I read the book of Proverbs, I found that these were the 4 prominent themes throughout this book: wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discretion, which are equally very important even as we navigate our lives here on earth, and I believe even as we seek for eternity. In that same book, in the book of Proverbs 16, verse 16, it says, "How much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver." Wisdom and understanding here are esteemed and are of high value compared to the gold or to the silver that we know in monetary terms. They are of high value, and whoever has it has a fortune. But how can we gain this wisdom and understanding that is being talked about here in the book of Proverbs? In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 5, we find an answer which states that if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. We see this evidently when King Solomon asked God for wisdom rather than riches, silver, or gold. And we see that through applying his wisdom, he was able to get fame. And even the Queen of Sheba came to pay homage to him because never has she seen a man so much full of wisdom. And we know that King Solomon is the wisest man who ever lived because he obtained wisdom from God himself. In the book of Proverbs 2, verse 6, it further cements that it's only God who can give wisdom. It says that, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." We first see that wisdom is first mentioned, then we have knowledge and understanding. For us to be knowledgeable and to have understanding, especially in the matters of God, we need to seek him first, put him and to acknowledge him in his rightful place in our lives before he can bestow unto us this wisdom that we so much desire. In the book of Job 28, verse 28, I just like the way the Bible does not contradict itself. That's why we are told it's proven and it's a refuge. This is Job speaking. He says, "And to man he said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." So here we are being told that the fear of the Lord is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Another thing that I'll also want us to talk about is discretion. When I looked upon the meaning of discretion, according to the dictionary, it says behaving in a way that avoids causing offense or revealing private information, or what is basically oversharing, which is very common in the times that we are living in today. In the book of Psalms 111, verse 5, it says, "A good man deals graciously and lends. He will guide his affairs with discretion," meaning that we are advised to exercise our affairs in a manner that is so discreet. And I think even the Bible points out to women being discreet because, it's it's women who are known for talking a lot, so to say. And in the book of Proverbs 11, verse 22, it says, "As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion." We are called upon as women, not only women, also I believe also as men, to exercise discretion in the affairs of our lives so that we can be able to lead our lives in a manner that pleases God. Discretion is to be desired. Understanding is also to be desired. Knowledge is to be desired. And wisdom is to be desired. But even as we think about these four things, we need to understand the giver of all these things is God Himself. I know many books have been written about wisdom. Even there are formulas of obtaining wisdom. But the right way to go and to obtain the kind of wisdom that will enable us to tackle situations in our lives and also in the lives that will enable us to tackle situations that present themselves in our lives, even as we prepare for eternity, is to obtain wisdom that only God can give. I'd like us to live. I like to live. Am I like to?
I'd like to leave you.
I'd like to leave you with the words that are found in the book of Proverbs, chapter 2, from verse words of Proverbs chapter 2 from verse 11 to 21, which I hope also is your desire. It says, "Discretion will preserve you, understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who live the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and who are devious in their paths, to deliver you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth, and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the dead. None who go to her return, nor do they regain the path of life. So you may walk in the way of goodness and keep to the paths of righteousness. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it." And also, just to add onto it, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20, it says, "Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. She cries out in the chief concourses, at the opening of the gates in the city. She speaks her words." I hope that you desire to get wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discretion. And I hope also you find time to read the book of Proverbs, which will enlighten and expound more on this. And I hope this will enable you to navigate life in a manner that pleases God. Thank you so much for joining me in this weekly devotional series. I hope that you are blessed. I really like to hear what your thoughts were on this, and also to just get your views on the topics here that I've shared. Thank you so much, and until next time, may God keep you and bless you and keep you from any harm.